BlackRock announcing its...
Keep an eye on the financial markets and news, and you'll inevitably come across the name BlackRock. With over $1 trillion in assets under management, they stand out in the investment world. But that's not all. They've surpassed the $10 trillion mark. Congratulations to BlackRock for claiming the title of the world's largest asset manager. With such immense financial power, they've reshaped the investment landscape since their founding in 1988. Here's influential CEO Larry Fink talking to CNBC in 2021.
And I've been on your show now probably 4 times every year at the very least for 22 years as a public company, and even longer when we were private.
BlackRock, the brainchild of Lawrence Douglas Fink, aka Larry Fink, is the epitome of innovation and technological prowess in the market. Fink's visionary investment strategies have set the bar for investors worldwide, earning him a place among Wall Street's legends. But how did this happen? Let's rewind a bit. Larry Fink's inspiring story didn't start amidst the hustle and bustle of financial districts. No. It began in the sunny streets of California, far from the towering skyscrapers. Coming from a middle-class background, Fink swiftly caught on to the importance of savvy in the financial game and hard work. From an early age, Fink showed he meant business, with a work ethic that could move mountains and a hunger to unravel the mysteries of finance. His educational pursuits took him to the University of California, Los Angeles, UCLA, where he not only immersed himself in his studies, but also discovered a passion for political science. Later, he pursued an MBA with a focus on real estate, adding another dimension to his already impressive skill set. Larry's talent for untangling intricate systems propelled him into the world of finance, where his early stint at First Boston proved to be a game changer. Despite facing challenges, such as a hefty loss on a bold investment, Larry emerged with a solid grip on risk management. It was in the midst of these trials that the seeds of BlackRock were firmly planted in his mind. Larry's main goal was to democratize investment and provide stability in the choppy waters of finance. So he envisioned BlackRock as more than just your run-of-the-mill asset management firm. It was to be a beacon of reliability, harnessing technology to offer insights previously exclusive to the financial elite. At that time, Larry had seen firsthand the chaos that ensued from poor risk management, and he was dead set on building a fortress against market volatility. His secret sauce? Superior risk management coupled with an unyielding dedication to technology. However, obstacles seemed to multiply at every turn. In those formative years, financial acumen alone couldn't propel Larry's ambitious vision forward. He needed financial backing. The Blackstone Group's recognition of BlackRock's potential provided the crucial financial boost needed to kickstart the firm in 1988 under the umbrella of Schwarzman's company. When it came time to establish its own identity, Larry and Steve Schwarzman, co-founder of Blackstone Group, opted for the name BlackRock, despite advisors' warnings against choosing a name so similar. They saw beyond the similarity and found that both names embodied strength, integrity, and stability, the very qualities they aimed to instill in their enterprise. This decision also reflected their shared history and legacy, further solidifying the significance of the name. With hard-earned lessons, endless innovation, and a daring vision, Larry assembled an exceptional team to kick off BlackRock. Founded in 1988, BlackRock began as a humble startup with only a handful of employees and a CEO driven by ambition. What they didn't realize at the time was that this humble start wasn't just about launching another financial powerhouse. It signaled a monumental shift in investment management. In the wild 80s, the global market was buzzing with change thanks to tech making its grand entrance. And with Larry leading the charge, BlackRock stepped up as a trendsetter, using the latest tech to shake up how investment management was done. In my opinion, embracing the latest tech and staying ahead of the curve is a huge part of their success. It's what revolutionizes how investment management is done, just as they're doing today by being the first ones to launch Bitcoin ETFs. But the challenges didn't end there. Convincing skeptical clients and the broader market of the viability of his innovative investment strategy proved to be a Herculean task. At the time, established players dominated the financial landscape, and Larry's emphasis on technology and risk management seemed light years ahead of its time. Yet, fueled by skepticism, Larry remained resolute. With key co-founders like Rob Capito and Susan Wagner by his side, he forged ahead, shaping a client-focused culture that remains at the heart of BlackRock today. Starting with a focus on fixed income assets, BlackRock quickly broadened its scope, rolling out a variety of financial products that stayed true to its founding vision. Key to its triumph was Aladdin, a cutting-edge risk management platform that offered a holistic view of BlackRock's entire portfolio, a pioneering move in the market. Clients weren't just drawn to BlackRock for investment opportunities, they also sought a better grasp of portfolio risks. Aladdin, BlackRock's savvy algorithm, was like the Sherlock Holmes of the investment world, sniffing out potential investment fails using its Monte Carlo-style deductions. Meanwhile, in the wild world of finance, the past 2 decades have been a roller coaster ride, with trading volumes going through the roof while computing power skyrockets, making chips cheaper and mightier than ever. If you are enjoying the story so far, don't forget to subscribe to this channel to get good stories and insights as we were the Aladdins of YouTube. Amidst this digital frenzy, BlackRock emerges as the superhero of the financial realm, armed with innovation and a bold vision. They didn't just start as a small startup in 1988. They were like a tiny acorn that grew into a mighty oak, revolutionizing investment management along the way. And boy, did they make waves. In 2006, they swooped in to rescue the distressed assets of Merrill Lynch. And in 2009, they snagged Barclays Global Investors, the brain behind iShares, now a rock star in the stock market. BlackRock had become the talk of Wall Street, boasting exponential growth in assets under management. Its innovative spirit and technological prowess set it apart, earning not just financial growth but also the trust of clients. This trust proved invaluable during the 2008 financial collapse, where BlackRock's robust risk management framework and analytical prowess positioned it as a trusted advisor to financial and government institutions alike. They had the precise technology and knowledge in the right moment. So, during the 2008 meltdown, the government turned to BlackRock for help.
Major financial institutions have teetered on the edge of collapse, and some have failed. As uncertainty has grown, many banks have restricted lending. Credit markets have frozen, and families and businesses have found it harder to borrow money. We are in the midst of a serious financial crisis, and the federal government is responding with decisive action. So I propose that the federal government reduce the risk posed by these troubled assets and supply urgently needed money so banks and other financial institutions can avoid collapse and resume lending. This rescue effort is not aimed at preserving any individual company or industry. It is aimed at preserving America's overall economy.
Essentially, after this, Larry Fink became the most influential figure in the post-bailout economy. Fast forward to 2020, amidst the pandemic, and the Federal Reserve is making history by purchasing corporate debt ETFs for the first time ever. Once again, they turned to BlackRock to manage this scheme despite the potential conflicts of interest. Cruising through the wild ride of financial markets comes with its fair share of ups and downs. Geopolitical tensions and the lingering effects of the COVID-19 pandemic add more twists and turns, making the investment landscape complicated. BlackRock has assumed a proactive stance, addressing global issues such as corporate governance and climate change head-on. Despite his considerable power, Larry Fink remains relatively unknown to the general public, with BlackRock operating largely under the radar. It's a testament to the behind-the-scenes influence wielded by figures like Fink in shaping our economy. Today, BlackRock manages a mind-boggling $10 trillion in assets, cementing its position as an unrivaled powerhouse in the financial landscape. Its client base spans institutional investors, corporations, retail investors, and governments from every corner of the globe. Offering a diverse portfolio encompassing equities, fixed income, cash management, alternative investment strategies, and real estate, BlackRock's influence permeates every facet of the market. Given its sheer size and influence, BlackRock stands at a crossroads where it wields unprecedented power to shape corporate behavior, drive sustainability dialogues, and steer global investment trends. The firm's actions reverberate across investment communities and markets at large, emphasizing the intertwining of financial success and societal well-being as keys to the future. While BlackRock adapts to evolving markets and regulatory landscapes, it remains steadfast in adhering to the original vision of Lawrence Fink. Certain principles rooted in the firm's DNA serve as the bedrock of its success. With a keen eye on sustainable growth, regulatory compliance, and market volatility, BlackRock's vision endures to achieve financial success while making a positive impact on society. At this point, you won't be surprised by the big news that has brought fame to people outside the financial community. The launch of Bitcoin ETFs, something inconceivable for many, and that legitimizes Bitcoin to some extent, causing many previously skeptical users to join cryptocurrencies and changing the rules of the market. If you enjoy great stories like this one about BlackRock, I'm sure you are going to be amazed about the one in the video on the screen right now about Ponzi, the most famous scammer in the world, that pretended to be a Larry Fink but turned it wrong. If you've enjoyed riding the waves of financial innovation with us, then subscribe to our channel, Turbo Finance. Goodbye for now, and until next time, stay curious, stay informed. See you in the next video.